Attention Fox Sports. 10 laps to go is hardly the time for a commercial break. We're coming to 8 laps to go now, but they just got back from a Fox side-by-side commercial break on FS1.
That's when it gets really hairy for all these guys. The handling's going away, tires are hot, and all that side drafting.
Sometimes I'm not sure. They also must think that Chandler Smith, a rookie in the 18 truck, is already locked into the playoffs, and it's only the first race of the season. So brilliant job, guys. Not only have you got Vince Welch calling the race, but you've also got commercials with 10 laps to go and Chandler Smith already in the playoffs without anything happening, as he got loose all by himself. I thought Ben Rhodes may have gotten into him, but that's not the case, as now their audio's starting to cut loose. Grant Enfinger leading on top of the high side, while Chandler Smith is leading the low side. A surprise in the Truck Series this year, Grant Enfinger is only running part-time, and the 98's got smoke.
It looks like the engine's still running, but maybe he's just got a little oil leak.
Speedy dry?
I don't like that up front.
Not sure. Yeah, Enfinger's only on a part-time schedule, which is a regression for him. Part of the season for the 98, the other part for Christian Eckes, former 18 driver. Whoa, somebody nearly got into the wall there. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide in the back. Look out. But, yeah, I'm worried about that 98 truck. If it's an oil leak or an engine trouble or something, I don't know. And we got a spin. It's Chandler Smith in the 18. Gathers it up. Green's still out. Chandler Smith's... And now another crash. This will bring out a caution. Tyler Ankrum involved. Brian Dawsett. Wild ride for Tyler Ankrum in the 26. John Hunter Nemechek. He had been up at the front most all night tonight. Austin Hill in the 16. Johnny Sauter.
Has taken some damage as well. A big hit from Tyler Ankrum.
We'll need to see a replay. They were paying attention to Chandler Smith's spin in turn 1. It looked like the 18 was not going to be able to get back going anyway, so a caution probably was going to come out. But then this wreck happens.
Austin Hill, winner here.
As Tyler Ankrum gets out and walks away from his battered truck.
The toughest part, getting to the end, the toughest part, right? Might be the best spin Chandler Smith has ever taken. He spun himself out of that pack, down on the bottom of the apron.
Get tires and be in a pretty good position.
He's going to come get him some tires.
Yeah,
Part of this battle.
you never know. Carson Hocevar. For some reason, I wanted to pronounce his name Hochevar. Kind of like the old Kansas City Royals pitcher, Luke Hochevar.
Very talented young racer. Get into the ambulance for the trip to the Advent Healthcare Center. It's going to be busy over there. Saw Lassard and the damage he took on.
There's Chandler Smith in the 18 again.
Chandler Smith with an opportune spin at Daytona. You know,
I'm very surprised that Kyle Busch Motorsports decided to cut loose Christian Eckes. Bad luck had prevented him from getting that win, as there's the contact with Grant Enfinger. That may have caused the smoke from the 98. Maybe it's a tire rub.
So the thing is, when the truck travels, when it gets to the corner, that's why it's still in the cockpit up with smoke.
Oh,
Timothy Peters came down on the 51 of Drew Dollar, and that's what caused that wreck up front.
That was not Drew Dollar's fault. To see if he survives this little conflict, and then Peters right back up into traffic. How much
Sheldon Creed just barely gets by all of this. Everybody else behind him pretty much caught up in it.
innocent victims.
You know, we hear it all the time.
So that takes a bunch more competitors out of this competition to win the first truck race of the year. Who comes out of this, and more importantly, who's going to win the race? How about some OT in Daytona? They're just about to get everything cleaned up from the crash here. A quick reminder of how overtime works. We'll take the green whenever the pace truck brings them back around. If we make it back to take the white flag after one lap, next flag ends it, whether it's the caution or the checkered. If not, and we have a caution before we get back, we'll try it again, and we'll do it as many times as we have to into the night until we take the white flag under green. But remember, the one fact does not change, that once we take the white, next flag will end the race. Ben Rhodes, David Gilliland, Matt Crafton, Sheldon Creed, Drew Dollar, your top 5, followed by Cory Roper in 6th. Chris Wright in the 02 Young's Motorsports truck in 7th. Cody Rohrbaugh in 8th in the 9 truck. He finished 3rd in last year's race, the one that Jordan Anderson nearly won. Speaking of Jordan Anderson, I believe he's in the 10th spot. Then Austin Wayne Self in 9th. That is your top 10. We're coming to the line. Pace truck comes onto the pits. This is overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Let's go. The Toyotas are lining up. Rhodes, Crafton, Dollar down low. Ben Rhodes is way out there. This is not going to help his cause. 3 wide for 3rd. Crafton gets back behind Rhodes' back bumper, but now here comes Sheldon Creed on the high side. Rhodes will try to go up to block him. He does so. That can clear up the low line for Crafton. Rhodes has got to manage both lanes. It's always a difficult task. Looks like we're going to come for the white flag. This is the last lap. Sheldon Creed surges on the high side. Creed gets into the wall. Here comes Cory Roper on the low side. Ben Rhodes is still in it. Zane Smith on the high side as well. Can Rhodes and Crafton find a way to get past? Everybody jockeying for position on the backstretch. And a spin. Austin Wayne Self in the grass. We stay green. We should race to the line. Toyota's trying to line up for a final move. Crafton tries to block Zane Smith. That doesn't work. Here comes Drew Dollar trying to make a run on Ben Rhodes. Rhodes trying to get past on the high side. He will. And Ben Rhodes will take the checkered flag as they crash behind him. He had the run on the high side, and he takes it in fashion.
We talked about how aggressive that young man was in the draft, how hard he pushed, put himself in the
Another near upset, this time for Cory Roper, and I believe Jordan Anderson finished in 2nd for the 2nd straight year. Last year it was Grant Enfinger taking it away. This year it's another ThorSport driver in Ben Rhodes. As there's Spencer Boyd, he took a hard hit. While some things change, other things stay the same for ThorSport.
You just can't describe what it's like to win at Daytona. I think his emotion gives you an idea of what it feels like.
Yeah, and I love getting to see the team and how excited they are. And when you're
There's Zane Smith. He thought he had a run coming on the high side, just couldn't be able to find a way to get to the front.
You want to do your burnout, get the flag, and then you want to get over there and you want to high-five everybody and talk about it.
Yep. There's Grant Enfinger, last year's Daytona winner. Ben Rhodes will come up to the start-finish line, and looks like he'll do a banking burnout here. You rarely see that, except at the super speedway tracks. But whatever works.
How about it for the 23-year-old from Louisville, Kentucky?
Rhodes scored an upset win at Darlington last year, which got him in the playoffs. And now this win should get him in the playoffs if he can just pass post-race inspection. As Ben Rhodes will come up to the flag stand, take the checkered flag from the official, celebrate his win, and go deep into the night, I am sure.
On board as a sponsor that was announced just earlier today. I'd say that was pretty good timing. Smart move there.
Big move by that sponsor. Drone Cam's doing a lot of flying tonight.
There's a bunch of trucks, Jamie, that are sitting.
It'll make us go dizzy after a while.
One of them that uses on purpose, doing those burnouts.
Zane Smith goes into the Advent Health ambulance. He'll get transported to the care center.
Loading into the ambulance to go to the hospital.
Jordan Anderson second, Cory Roper third, Ryan Truex in fourth.
Under their own power.
Carson Hosever
Let's hear from the winner.
rounds out the top five. And here's the Fox Sports interview with Ben Rhodes.
We have seen in a long time. Talk me through the final lap of that race and how you ended up here with the checkered flag.
I don't even know, man. I gotta give such a big thank you to my team. This is so special. Biggest win of my career. I can't even believe this. You know, as a driver, you're always asked about what your biggest accomplishment is. This is it. This is hands down it. This is the place to be. I can't even believe it. We got Bombardier on the truck. We came back to Toyota and we won, and our first race was in the ThorSport. I can't thank Duke and Rhonda Thorson enough for this opportunity. This is special.
This is Daytona. You do realize it is Daytona.
Yeah, I do. And I'm going to soak it up for as long as I can. That last Darlington win went by too fast, and you just don't know when you're going to get it again. But I'm going to enjoy this night. Best night of my life right here.
The last lap coming down to get to the start-finish line here. Talk me through the move that you were making and what happened and what you were thinking.
That actually started out the end of the second stage. I got set up for the same move, and I said, I'm going to log that in my memory bank. I came up short on that checkered flag, but I was going to make sure that I didn't come up short on this one. So we just tried to time it right. Thank goodness I had my Menards teammate, Matt Crafton, behind me, because he's a stud. He's a stud. He's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing, and you see the help he gave me there. He blocks it. This wouldn't have been possible without Matt Crafton, and I owe him a huge thank you.
We saw you back up to get to Crafton just a little bit there. Was that calculated on your part?
That was one of the race-winning move, I think. Jordan Anderson, too. Hats off to him, man. 2 races in a row at this place. He's been in contention to win, so congrats to him on second place.
All right, congratulations, Ben Rhodes, winner at Daytona.
You know, we said at the beginning.
There will come a day where Jordan Anderson gets a Daytona win.
A trip to victory lane.
Question is, when will it happen? Xfinity tomorrow. I hope to catch you guys then.